Hello. Hi. How are you doing today? I'm sure you're doing great. I'm doing great as well. Now, welcome to another learning time. Today, we're actually going to be talking about verbs used as nouns. Verbs that are used as nouns. Now, in our previous classes, we've learned that a verb is a part of a speech. Remember, parts of speech are all the words we use when we speak and when we write. Now, a verb is also a part of speech. Now, what is the function of a verb? A verb is an action word or a doing word. Anything you can do is called a verb. Now, do you know that sometimes in English language, when a verb takes the form of a noun, that sometimes a verb performs the same function as a noun. And we know that nouns act as the subject or object in a sentence. So when a verb takes the form of a noun in a sentence, it is called a gerund. It is called a gerund. When a verb takes the form of a noun in a sentence, it is called a gerund. Now, verbs have different forms. We have verbs that show actions that are still ongoing. Such verbs are called the continuous forms of a verb. And a continuous form of a verb is indicated by using the suffix ing at the end of the verb. For example, Miss Abby is standing. The action is still ongoing, is a continuous form of a verb. The ing attached at the end is a gerund. Okay, so now verbs have different functions to perform in a sentence, and sometimes they function as nouns. So when a verb takes the ing form of a verb, when the verb takes the ing form and functions as a noun, it can function as the subject or the object in a sentence. Okay, we're going to take an example of a sentence showing a verb in the ing form performing the function of a noun. Okay, remember we're talking about nouns that are used as verbs that are used as nouns. So let's consider this example on the board. We have here, sleeping is the best form of rest. Sleeping is the best form of rest. The word sleeping, we all know sleep is a verb. And the ing form attached to the verb sleep makes it a continuous form of a verb. Okay? Now this is a gerund. Sleeping is the best form of rest. In the sentence, the word sleeping is taking the position of the subject in the sentence. Now the sentence is talking about sleeping. When a subject in a sentence takes the form of a verb, we call it a verbal noun. Alright, sleeping is a noun that is functioning as the subject of a sentence. I hope we learned something today. In our next class, we're going to be talking about verbal nouns. Verbal nouns. That is verbs that take forms of nouns in sentences. I hope you learned something today. Thank you for staying with us. Bye for now.